And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Completes this to Jefferson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And a gain on third down. Good for 28. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out. And I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. For the park and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's spouting. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need the full amount before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Running like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do. I'm the best,
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Now Lance on the bootleg. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. On the run, he'll let this go deep George Kittle, 41 yards. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Saints, nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Dalton, 1st and 10. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. And now, Charles, they're working with a short field, a chance to make this a 2-score game. And these guys haven't even worked into a lather yet here in the first quarter.
Yeah, how about that? You score, you take it away, get an excellent return, and now you've got a chance to go up 2 scores in this game.
And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, I mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you put some doubt in their minds.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Play action now, Dalton. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Dalton. And he fires one incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And Dalton to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less this, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll try on fourth. Here's Dalton. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Dalton picked off by another Horned Frog, Jason Verrett. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Saints nothing. Bobby Gold kicking off for San Francisco.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. Yeah, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm, and right now they're harming themselves.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That's good for the Saints. First down.
Dalton. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Dalton sets up play action. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinating. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. This is brought in at the 21. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Passing. It's Dalton. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Throwing. Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Lance now on 1st down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On play action, Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Danny Dalton. There's Chris Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Smith with a grab. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Dalton now to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath for those guys on the defense.
Touchdown, Saints! Chris Olave as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw, it's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And that was less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Dalton. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Lance going to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Okay, right.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Lance looking to throw it. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Lance going to try to throw for this. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Saints take over first and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Play action here with Dalton. That is caught by Callaway. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Out route to Hill, complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And it'll be Dalton again. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Passing. It's Dalton. Touchdown. Taysom Hill from a yard out. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. Here's Dalton to throw for it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation. Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Lance now to throw. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Lance and company going on fourth down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are right back in this football game.
The Saints take over first down 10.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And some room to run now. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Dalton, first and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for the Saints.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Play action now. Dalton. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10. Here we go.
Ready.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Now Lance. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes us coming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find a way to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Here's Lance. And that will be incomplete.
He really had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Let's take it inside his own 40.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Here's Dalton.
That's complete over the middle to Callaway.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now Dalton.
Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Dalton finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
It's do or die for Dalton. That is caught. Touchdown, and no time remains. And they're an extra point away from winning this football game.
And the celebration is now just an extra point away from being full on. Think about those who may have left the stadium a little bit early thinking their guys might not get this done. Oh, it got done. And in a big
Let's do it.
The kick is good.
Let's do it.
They win it with zeros on the clock. Well, this was a game they'll have in the memory banks for a while. The winning touchdown at the end, and then they had to get that extra point. You know, the knees were shaking.
Let's go.
And boom, a dramatic victory.
Damn.
Prior to 2015, that extra point almost felt routine, didn't it? Like it was a fait accompli. But when we moved it back to the
Bro.
now the pressure kicked in.
Let's go.
Extremely important. Obviously, they had to have it. That was huge. But that was not a gimme, and he knocked it through the post.
20 zip. The game was 20 zip at one point. Look at that. It was 20 zip in the first quarter. 20 to 7 at the half. 26 to 7. Held them and scored 20 more points. It's the greatest comeback of my life. 20 zip, bro. Let's go.